Hello friends and welcome back to a new video. In today's video we are creating this New Year's Eve inspired makeup look using almost a full face of first impressions. There are a few things that I didn't have a new product of, so I used products that I already had in my collection, but mostly we are also testing out new products in today's video. So yeah, I want to keep this intro very short. If you want to know how to create this look and just play around with makeup together, then definitely just stick around and keep on watching. Alright, starting off with our base, of course. I have a new primer to try. So I recently received a PR package from Pixi and it contained the Flawless Beauty Primer. This is supposed to be a hydrating glow primer, which I am all about. So we are going to use this one today. I'm very intrigued and excited to see what this will look like on. Here you have a little close-up of it. By the way, don't mind my long ass nails. I need to redo them ASAP. But yeah, let's go ahead and apply this. That definitely added a nice glow to my skin. I don't know why my skin is so red all of a sudden. I am red as a tomato. Usually I don't really get that, but yeah, this is what it looks like. It doesn't feel too sticky or tacky, so that's good. Starting off on a very good note. By the way, before I forget, I'm going to hydrate my lips. I have the Fenty Skin Plush Pudding Intensive Recovery Lip Mask. This has been sitting around for a while now and I am very excited to give it a go. So this one is a twist up little lip balm, so you twist it up and the product comes out of the little hole, which I think is very hygienic, so I love that. So I'm just going to scoop up this product and apply that on the lips. It's a very thick and moisturizing lip mask. It also smells really good. I absolutely adore this packaging. I love how hygienic it is, so that definitely gets a thumbs up from me. And so far it is hydrating my lips beautifully. Moving on to foundation, I finally picked up the Catrice True Skin 24-Hour Hydration Foundation. I picked up the shade Neutral Porcelain 004. I mean, this has hyaluronic acid in it and it's supposed to be long lasting. I've heard amazing things about this foundation, so I am very excited to give it a go. Let's see if I did a great job at color matching. I think I did. So this is what that looks like. So as always, I'm going to do half of my face with a brush and the other side with a blender. Alright, so it's definitely on the light side for me. I have done better jobs of color matching myself. That's a bit light. And wow, what a great coverage. I definitely applied way too much. A little bit goes a very long way. Alright, that doesn't really apply that great with a brush, if I can be completely honest. But maybe that's also because I really need to wash this brush like ASAP. But I think this will be a foundation that works better with a beauty blender. So I have a damp beauty blender right here. Now let's see if this will work a little bit better. Definitely. This is a side without foundation and this is a side with foundation. You can definitely tell the difference, but I wouldn't say it has like a glowy finish. It has more of a natural finish, which I thought it would have more of a glowy finish because it is a hydrating foundation, but I actually don't mind it. I think I could have gone a shade up, but now that I have blended it into my skin, it doesn't look that bad, honestly. So I'm going to apply it on the other side as well. What are your plans for New Year's Eve? I know I am posting it on the day itself, so maybe just let me know how it went. I don't really have a lot of plans, to be honest. I'm currently 6 months pregnant, so I am definitely just going to stay at home with my boyfriend, maybe have some friends over, but that will be it. But if you guys have any exciting plans for New Year's Eve, definitely let me know, because I will be living vicariously through you, since I will be staying on the couch probably. But I do love a good old glam makeup look, so I definitely wanted to make this video today. And I also just love trying out new products, honestly. Alright, so far I am loving the way the foundation looks on my skin. It has a great medium coverage, I would say, and a natural finish. Then for concealer, I picked up the matching concealer in the shade 002 Neutral Ivory, which I'm hoping is the correct shade. I think so. By the way, really loving this applicator. It has like a teardrop shape, which makes it really fast to apply. Like so. Maybe a little bit on my breakout right here and on this one. But honestly, the foundation did a great job of covering that already. Taking my beauty blender and blending that into the skin. So this is supposed to be a comfortable high coverage concealer with moisturizing Hydro Boost Complex. Won't settle into fine lines. Fresh and even soft matte finish. Covers under eye circles and long lasting. That sounds very promising. Alright, I think the coverage is not bad. I am used to the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, which for me is the best one out there. I always find it hard trying new concealers because I always compare it to that, and usually I end up being disappointed, but let's hope it's not the case with this one. Of course, the foundation and the concealer work really beautifully together. There are no like harsh lines in between, so far that looks really good. Then for my under eyes, I don't have a new powder, so I'm just going to use my RMS loose powder to set underneath my eyes. I am starting to get really wrinkly under eyes, and it is driving me insane. I mean, I know it comes with aging and that it's completely normal and natural, but I have all of these videos from like 5, 6, 7 years ago to look back on, and it's very confronting. And then to set the rest of my face, I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Complexion Perfecting Micro Powder in the shade Medium. I did forget that I had a liquid highlighter that I wanted to try. And now, of course, I already set my entire face. All of these products have been sitting on my desk for such a long time now. I am so excited. I am finally able to use them because I wanted to do a first impressions for so long, but then I had all of those other videos that I wanted to film and just not a lot of time. So yeah, so glad we are finally doing this. For contour, again, I don't have anything new to try, so I'm going to use my Benefit Hoola bronzer. I know this is not cruelty free, but I am trying to use this up. I have been trying for years, but this stuff just takes a while to go through. I'm going to apply that in the hollows of my cheeks, chin area, and then also around my nose and underneath my lips, because that makes them look a little bit fuller. Moving on to bronzer, I have this Pixi by Petra Nuance Quartette in Sugar Blossom, which has a bronzer in it. So this is what it looks like. This was also part of that PR package that I mentioned previously. I have not tried out these shades yet, so I'm going to use the bronzer shade to bronze up my skin, like so. I really love that shade and it blended out beautifully. For blush and highlight, I have something very exciting to try. I think I picked this up in October or November and I've just been too scared to use it. But we are finally going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Beautifying Face Palette. I got this in the shade, I think, light medium. Yeah, fair medium. This is what the packaging looks like. Absolutely beautiful. And then this is what it looks like on the inside. I mean, how beautiful does that look? So for blush, I'm going to pick up this first shade right here, which is called Super Glow. No, Soft Blush. Soft Blush. That does look really pretty. And then I'm just going to pop a little bit of this shade on top of that. I love how buildable these are, and there's not a lot of powder kick up in the pan whatsoever. That means I have more control over these, which I really love because I tend to go overboard with blush really easily. Alright, so this is what a combo of those two blushes looks like. Absolutely love it. Then before using one of those highlighters, I'm going to try out the Rare Beauty Positive Light Liquid Illuminator. Yeah, liquid luminizer in the shade Enchant. Again, I've been dying to try this out. It has been sitting around for a while now. Alright, so this is what the shade looks like. I've never tried out any of her liquid luminizers, so I'm very excited to give it a go. I'm just going to apply maybe just one dot. Starting off with one dot and just blending that in. Alright, I'm happy to say that it does blend on top of powder, which I was afraid of. Normally I would apply this before, but that looks really pretty. It has a slight pink sheen to it, which is beautiful with these blushes. And now, because this is a first impressions video, we are just going to cover that up with, I think, this one right here from the palette. I mean, yes. I love this formula because it's not too like glittery or overpowering, but it adds such a beautiful sheen. That's really pretty. And again, not too powdery whatsoever. I'm also going to apply a little bit on the bridge of my nose and then also Cupid's bow. Okay, I need to stop before I go overboard, but that is stunning. Absolutely stunning. Alright, moving on to brows. I'm going to fill them in really quickly with my ABH brow. What is this called? Brow Wiz in a medium brown. This is not a new product to me, so I'm just going to do this really quickly. Alright, eyebrows are filled in, but to set them, I do have a new product, or at least new to me, and it's the ABH Brow Freeze, which is a brow styling wax. I got this in a set that I got for the holidays from Sephora. This is what it looks like. This is supposed to give you like feathery brows. And as I mentioned, I was afraid to use it, still am. So I looked up how to use it, and you're supposed to like go in with a spoolie and then brush it through your eyebrows. So that is what I am going to do. I don't want to pick up too much. First going to put that in the cap and then go through. Oh wow, that definitely made my eyebrows look feathery. I like that. I did not have to be afraid of that at all. Alright, it's time to move on to the eyes. I forgot to mention this in my Sephora haul from Canada, but I got the ABH Rose Metals eyeshadow palette, which I am so intrigued to use. This is what the palette itself looks like. Absolutely beautiful packaging. And then when you open it up, you have the mirror right here, and then all of these beautiful, beautiful, like more smoky shades. How pretty does that look? So I thought this looked like the perfect palette to use for a holiday look, for like a more New Year's Eve look. Normally I do these like neutral warm shades on my eyes, but I wanted to do something more cool toned for this look. We'll see how it turns out. But to start off, I'm going to use the shade Ashes, which is this matte gray shade right here. And I'm going to apply that in my crease. It might be a bit too like grayish or cool tone, but we will see once I apply it. Right off the bat, and that is typical ABH, it does come with a lot of powder kick up in the pan. So when you take a little bit of your eyeshadow, definitely tap it off so you don't have any fallout underneath your eyes. I'm going to build that up a little bit more. So far, I'm not noticing any fallout underneath my eyes, and it's blending out really nicely. It's also a very buildable shade, so you could go in with a very light hand for a more natural look or really build up the intensity. I'm also going to add a little bit of rose quartz in my crease. This has a subtle like sheen to it, but I think this will add a little bit of warmth or like rosiness to the look. Doing the same on the other side. Alright, that's about the intensity that I wanted, and I think that looks really nice. Building up the intensity on my outer corners, I'm going to use the shade Noble for that, which is this dark brown matte shade. And to apply that, I'm using one of these essence brushes that came in my advent calendar. They are just so cute. And I'm really building up that shade because I'm going to blend it out later on. With more smoky eyes, which is what I'm trying to do today, you really have to trust the process because each step will look a little bit harsh, but then the end result, normally, let's hope, will turn out to be really beautiful. Alright, so I think that's smoky enough. Going back in with my previous blending brush and a little bit of rose quartz, we are going to start blending out that outer V area so that it doesn't look too harsh. Then before applying my lid shade, I am, as always, going to apply a little bit of my NYX Glitter Primer so that it has something to stick to. Alright, then using my fingers, I'm going to apply the shade Nocturne more towards the outer parts of my eyelid, and then the shade Haze more on the inner corners. This is what Nocturne looks like, by the way. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. These metallic shades are just out of this world. And this is not even... It's between a metallic and just a like satin shade. I think Haze will be more metallic. Again, this doesn't look good now, so I still need to blend everything. But I'm picking up Haze, which looks like this. That is a metallic shade. We are going to apply that on the inner parts. Wow. Look at that. That is insane. I'm going to take a smaller brush and hopefully I can pick up Haze on that brush and apply it more in the inner corners because I'm having a hard time getting there with my fingers. It does work, but I am definitely noticing a lot of fallout with the brush. Maybe I should try to wet it a little bit. Yeah, that definitely helps it a lot. Using my blending brush, I'm going to blend out the outer edges. And my battery is dying, so I will be right back. Alright, I am back. I just blended out my crease a little bit. Now for my inner corner highlight and like brow bone highlight, I'm going to grab my Charlotte Tilbury palette again and use this shade. So applying that on my inner corners and then also of course on my brow bone for an extra highlight. And then I still need to do my bottom lash line, and I think for my bottom lash line I'm going to pick up the shade Element, which is this one right here, and just smoke that out on the lower lashes. It is pouring down rain outside. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but alright, then should I add some black liner? Yeah, it's a smoky look. I'm going to add some black liner. So I'm going to use my tattoo liner from KVD. This is a new one, again from that holiday set from Sephora. But I have tried this out before. I'm just going to do a simple line. Nothing too crazy. I remember these being way crazier and more pigmented than this one is. I don't know if it's dried out or not, but I remember this being way more black and pigmented. And then for my waterline, I'm going to use my Colourpop Crème Gel Liner in the shade Show Me, which is a more bronzy shade, which I think would complement this look nicely. And before applying mascara, I am going to set my makeup using my Colourpop Pretty Fresh setting mist. This is not a first impressions. Alright, then for mascara I have these two new ones to try from Catrice. I have the Boost Up Volume and Lash Mascara and the Lift Up Volume and Lift Waterproof Mascara. So I'm going to use the Boost Up on my top lashes and then the Waterproof Mascara on my lower lashes. This is what the wand looks like of the Boost Up Mascara. This is again a first impression, so very excited to see what these look like on. Essence and Catrice mascaras are very hit or miss. They're either like incredible, out of this world, or they're like a dud. So let's see what we have here. Now that I said that, I think this one is like an in-between, of course. Let me build it up a little bit more. Of course, it's hard to tell since this is a more like dark and smoky look, but it's not really doing a lot, honestly. Let me try to add the waterproof one on top. This is what that one looks like. Now that is what I'm talking about. That's already looking a lot better. All right, I'm going to finish off my mascara off camera and be right back. All right, I still need to clean up my mascara, but so far my thoughts on these is that the Boost Up mascara, not really my thing, but the Lift Up, like waterproof mascara, I really love that. That took it to a whole new level. So this one is definitely my favorite, and in my opinion, worth picking up. This one is a little bit of a dud in my opinion. Right, but while I wait for it to dry before I clean it up, I'm going to apply my lips. So I have the Rare Beauty Kind Words Mini Matte Lip Duo. I've not really tried out a lot of her like lip products, so I'm very excited to give this one a go. It comes with a mini lip liner and a mini lipstick in the shade, the matte lipstick is in the shade Humble, and the Kind Words Matte Lip Liner also in the shade Humble. So I'm going to take off my lip balm, which by the way is still hydrating my lips beautifully, so I really love that. Alright, so first lining my lips like so. I really love the formula of that lip liner, and then taking the matte lipstick. What a beautiful, beautiful shade. I also really love the formula. It's like a comfortable matte, so pretty. I am just debating if it goes with the eye look or if we need something a little bit more nude, but I do really love the formula and the color of this lip. I'm just debating if it goes with the eyes. I think it does. Yeah, I think it does. So I'm going to apply a little bit of my Clarice lipstick from Colourpop in the center just to lighten it up a little bit. That looks 10 out of 10. Alright guys, so this is the finished makeup look. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. I absolutely love the look we came up with. It is very dark and sultry for me because I usually go for something a little bit more everyday and neutral, but for New Year's Eve it is fun to just glam it up a little bit. I'm personally very happy with the end result. Also, all of the products that I used, there is not really a lot that I didn't like, honestly. So I don't want to bother going over all of the products and bore you guys. I did want to touch on the foundation because I honestly think it looks very beautiful on my skin. The color did end up matching me as well. So yeah, very excited about that foundation and overall all of the products that I used today, except for the orange mascara. I really did love everything. And I mean, the eyeshadow palette is just absolutely stunning. And I definitely am able to create a whole look just using the palette, which is something I really like about a palette. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great start to the new year. Stay safe, don't drink and drive, and just overall have fun. And also remember, with the new year coming along, everyone is talking about their goals and their achievements. And don't get me wrong, it is great to have goals and achievements and all of that good stuff that comes with a new year, but don't feel pressured that you have to do the same. Not everyone's journey is the same, so you just do you. If that is something that you really love, then set your goals, but don't feel pressured into doing it. For me personally, I love a new year. I love a good fresh start. But I know that's not for everyone. So again, don't feel pressured. Just do you and do what makes you happy. But yeah, that's it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you all in the next video. Mwah. Bye guys.